All right, not often enough I find films to be both informative and engaging, and most importantly, entertaining and inspiring. Battle in Seattle marks the ambitious directorial debut of actor Stuart Townsend, who wrote this fictional account of the protests of the World Trade Organization in Seattle, Washington, back in the winter of 1999.
What are you doing? This woman is pregnant!
Oh yeah, you're gonna have a kid? Would you want your kid to work to death in a sweatshop making baby clothes?
Of course not.
Then don't shop here!
Shot on a limited budget, the film still manages to create an epic feeling of importance and magnitude. The main storyline centers on Martin Henderson, Andre Benjamin, and Michelle Rodriguez, who play the veteran activists planning peaceful protests of the WTO.
I want to make sure that everything runs smoothly and nobody gets hurt.
Of course we're gonna get hurt. What do you think this is?
Pretty tough, aren't you?
This movie is not impartial, and while I appreciated the no-holds-barred tactics of Townsend's filmmaking, others may find it jarring. It sheds much-needed light on a mostly forgotten event in our country's history. No doubt about it. I'm asking you to see it.
Yeah, I agree with much of what you said, but ultimately the film is too disjointed to me. There are too many problems. That's why I'm ultimately going to say rent it. I liked the personal stories being told here that told a broader picture. Ultimately, though, what I think the movie failed to do was the thing it had to do most, which was explain what is the WTO and why, in Stuart Townsend's opinion, is it bad.
I think the opening sequence kind of sheds light on the history of the WTO, what its intentions are, and it allows the audience to decide if it's bad or not. I love the combination of fictional storylines surrounding actual archival footage, and this sort of shed light on a really important time in our country's history.
I am prepared to believe there are many things about the WTO that I and a lot of other Americans wouldn't like. Ultimately, this movie needed to make some effort to answer that question, and they just didn't do it, and that keeps it from being a great movie.
See, I think what's great about the film is to see the passion in all the characters in this ensemble cast, from regular people just trying to live their lives and get home from work, to the actual activists themselves, and to show their sort of peaceful intentions and how the whole thing spiraled out of control.
I agree with you. The alternating storylines were good. I don't want people to skip it. It's worth renting.
And just the fact that they could assemble such an all-star cast really speaks to how important an issue this is.